Let me put it to you this way: Jim Riley, Joe Zillig, Harry Race, Bernard LaChance, DJ Dave, Perlita Quinn, Ron Elton Anderson, Don Wally, Jim Hall, Bill Duvall, 1961, Oyster Cracker Man, Bitted Bat Ford, Blue Boy Boxes, Doug King, Roller Rapist Night, Red Randy, Red Gordon, and Ellery's. I've got helped the Navy, the Coast Guard, the police officers, firefighters, and the tech companies prove more, accomplish more within 1 year. In 1 year of buying this crappy little notebook than all the millions you spent with your team, Bernard, in the last 5 years for your bullshit Carney story, or last 7 years. Understand, Bernard? And see, I had a Compaq M700, right, or an M500, right, and I even offered that to Google, right? So even when I was up there with Phil, right, in San Francisco, that laptop that was all pieced apart, that pretty much lasted I don't know how many years, was worth more than all the shit that you've come up with. And so, Bernard, Perlita, Dave, Joe, when you let your other team of special select little group, Bernard, the Chancellor Freeman, get away with any crimes they want, and then you make up a bullshit story about me within the last 6 to 7 years, or about these people here, the Coast Guard or the police officers, firefighters, right? Just say even from 9/11 on, what does that mean? It means, Bernard, Joe, Harry, Ellery's, that your theory, Oyster Cracker Man, Antilla, All-American Antilla, your theory is trash, because we were able to accomplish with less $150 laptop I bought at a pawn shop and accomplish more and prove more within 1 year than all of the story you've tried to implement the entire time you've wrecked this city and what was originally here, Bernard the Lacarney, the destroyer of the 80s and the music and, you know, the trance. So you want something, you're making a demand, Bernard, but yet you're the same group of people who fucked it all up with Ellery and so on and so forth. With your cults, with the Robo Rapist Knight, the spoiled little Jonestown boy communist. All right, that's why what you guys are trying to prove with Perlita and, you know, the all whiteness and all that shit. Like I said, that's why you guys look like Pinky in the Brain, because they had already proven, Harry, that you murdered a child and swapped it all around with those people multiple times. Pickett Street, Jamaica Street. So like I said, if the group of you, BB4 Bernard, want to be the elders of Jehovah's Witness, the smart ones who've been watching this shit of you people the entire time that you guys say you didn't do anything but you're covering up, the smart ones are going to look at it and do the same thing to you, Bernard, and prove your hypocrisy about your math theory with the Oyster Cracker Man, Attila Man, all that shit. You know why you live in a pile of shit, Bernard? It's because you're a prison faggot. And you try to force boys and girls to sleep with you for the country and western term. So if you're going to do crab louse and team bitted bedbugs, Ellery's bullshit story, and spread a disease and hold people hostage with it, Bernard, you're the dumb fuck. Because you're not allowing people who aspire to be better or do something else, like go to NASA or to fly planes. That's why you guys do the face mutilation. Oh, I want to be more beautiful than him. You're the dumb fuck, Bernard, because you're the ones not evolving through your own theory of atheism that you want to evolve. So it doesn't matter what religion or Greek gods or whatever, you're just human beings that live in denial, okay? And then you guys make these people's lives harder. The Navy and all them, the fighter pilots and SEALs. So if I was Lockheed and all them and NASA, and I'd work together to, like I said, slide all of you guys' bullshit story over and basically build my new superpower base. Why deal with who's God or not, man, when you guys won't even deal with your own problems, and obviously you're the ones trying to rule over a city that was never yours in the first place, Bernard. It means the blue children, the Robo Rapist Knight, and Harry and you, Bernard Ellery's, were the ones that murdered them. Carney, Bernard, and Dave. That's why I'm getting sick of the group of you, because what was already there and working, Joe, that people had made, it was cool and nice and beautiful and everything was taken care of. You guys fucked up. So all that work Brian or anybody else did, those other fathers, those families did, you guys crushed down because supposedly Bernard de la Carney is the most superior being with his bullshit story of murder. You're full of shit, Bernard. Guess who they know you're covering for Gordon, Harry 138, the murderer. Because you guys wanted to stick your pee-pee in first. So if that's the way you live through your trophy fucks, that's your problem, Bernard. And see, the women find out who are the real abusers of the men, who are the abusers of the earth, sneaking around.
for, you know, Joe and Perlita and PJ Dave Bellamorad and, you know, his special select that are allowed to, you know, do whatever they want. It means you're prison fag, Joe. You're not helping the world. You're making it worse. You allow Elton to run his scam, all that shit, and then they claim to be gods. You're delusional comic book idiots. And that's not science. Oyster Cracker Man just eats. You're all living through other people and then going, well, that's their fault that the world's wrong. How about you guys take responsibility for your own actions? If you guys didn't want the problem, All-American Antilla, you wouldn't have stolen my dad's stuff and my stuff, and David going, you're not a bitten. David, you are the problem, fag. Alright, so now you gotta fix the problem that you guys created in order to evolve. So that means if you guys left those children alone and those families alone and didn't fuck with it, you wouldn't have a problem, huh? But you gotta have your assault. So go ahead and try to sit on that throne, David, but you'll be in your carny that, you know, Bernard and them set up until you figure out how to grow out of the carny.